Hello and welcome to Week 5 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and tonight our game of the week took us to one of the newest and fiercest rivalries in town. This evening, Weiss and Hendrickson played for just the second time ever, even though their schools are less than 4 miles apart. They're so close that some players, like Weiss starting quarterback Dior Bradfield, actually attended both schools. The build-up to this game was all about passion, proximity, and social media trash talk.
These kids know each other, you know, they grew up playing Little League.
I actually came from Hendrickson, so it's a really big game for me.
There's a guy that transferred over there. He used to go to this school. Dior's my friend. Like, I love him. I'm always going to be behind him. But, like, right now, I don't mess with him because it's some blood. Like, we really finna come out here and we finna win.
Tension has already built up between players and fans. A lot of trash talking going on.
But there's a lot of trash talking, I think, going on social media, and that's part of the game.
We're really just instigating off their trash talk just to make them feel some type of way.
They're just a little bit too overzealous and a little too overhyped.
They don't know what's coming Friday.
Although it's only been a few years, but there's not a love lost between Hendrickson and Weiss.
No love lost. I like to hear that. Guys, let's go ahead and get to the highlights from our KVUE Game of the Week. As you all know now, the guys at Hendrickson wanted to get back at their old friend Dior Bradfield, and that's exactly what they did. 3 Hawks in on the sack and 3 different celebrations in the backfield. Moments later, Ethan Bell, one of the linebackers who just celebrated a sack, was dancing in the end zone. The Hawks led 7-zip when Dalen Alexander drug 3 defenders across the goal line. That tied things up, and here's what broke the tie. Christian Morgan, who they call Price, showed us that the price is right, which brings me to my next point. Remember, you can help control the pet population by having your pet spayed or neutered. I know that Bob Barker would approve that message, and he'd probably approve this score too if he's a Weiss fan. Wolves win 38-21. So Weiss got the payback they were hoping for following last year's 1-point loss to Hendrickson. And now that you've seen the highlights and how the game went, it's time for you to hear some reaction. My friend Emily Jean Greco joins us now from the field. And Emily, we heard all about that social media trash talk leading up to the game. Tell me the guys talked about that a little bit afterwards.
Jeff, you know, they really didn't talk much afterwards because it didn't seem like either coach wanted the players to be near each other afterwards. Now, we did see a few of them hugging, being like, hey, my man, what's up? But other than that, most of them did not interact. And if the trash talk that you did hear earlier didn't let you know just how deep this rivalry is, well, maybe what happened in the game will. Let's go ahead and roll the video. I want to give you guys a little background. Jeff did mention some of it, but this game was so close last year that Weiss only lost by 1 point. I know Jeff mentioned it earlier that, you know, the QB came from Hendrickson, so there was a lot of heat here at the field. We saw some flags being thrown for unsportsmanlike conduct. We saw the players telling the other team, hey, check the scoreboard, something usually only the fan section chants. And at the end of the game, there were no high fives. There were just waves from across the field wishing each other the best. Head coach Steve Van Meter saying after this one that he's ready to go just wash it all off.
Well, it's real good to come out with a win. It feels like I feel like I need to go take a bath. It was just a dirty game. It was just not very clean. I thought Hendrickson played really hard. They did a great job, especially putting pressure on us. We made some big plays on defense, and we made a play in the special teams. But it's a first district win against a very good football team and our rival. So I'm happy.
I know you talk about it being a dirty game. There was obviously a lot of trash talk leading up to it. Do you feel like you guys did what you needed to do to kind of end that?
No, we didn't. And we didn't come out in the first half and just play, within ourselves. We had let the emotions get the best of us, and they did too. And I've been doing it a long time. I knew it was going to happen. I was just hoping my words all week would sink in, but obviously it didn't. But we're happy. I'm smiling a little bit now at the end of it.
And then, what a difference between last year. You guys lost by 1. Now you blow them out of the water. How does it feel to have that much of a turnaround?
Well, it's good, obviously. I knew we were going to be a lot better this year. We had whole staff had more time with the kids and all those kind of things. And so, I'm happy for that. And we just got to learn how to snap the football, one thing, and we'll get better with that.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks.
So he feels like he needs to take a hot bath. He also feels like they didn't do enough on the field to stop the trash talk. So, like you said, Jeff, this is definitely going to be a rivalry we want to continue to watch because I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
I love that. Real honest interview and some great questions there, Emily. Thank you. Have a great night. And you stay right there because we have more highlights to show you. Let's stay in that same district that we just heard from, 11-5A. And for this next matchup, Cedar Park played Georgetown. Now, a year ago, Cedar Park went undefeated through the entire regular season, and Georgetown lost just one regular season game. It was against Cedar Park. We'd see if the Eagles could get some revenge this time around. And before we get to the actual plays on the field, I have to give a shout out to whoever painted those run-through banners. Those might be the best we've seen all season. And this Marquise Dominguez catch might also be the best we've seen all season. The one-handed grab got the scoring started in the corner of the end zone, and it didn't take too long for the T-Wolves to respond. Josh Pale to Cody Marshall for the 55-yard catch and run. Cedar Park trailed at the break. Then they opened the second half on a 21-7 run. The Timberwolves came all the way back and got the W in this one. Final score 49-45. To the scoreboard for the first time tonight, Johnson's up big on Lehman. The Jags lead 52-19. And it looks like, actually that one went final. The Jags are 5-0 this season. They beat Lehman 52-19 tonight. And there's another final at the bottom of the screen right there. Manor beat Leander by 2. They came back, the Mustangs did, to top the Lions. Manor is now 1-0 in district play. And speaking of the Lions, the Lockhart Lions, well, hey, they got win number 2 on the year. They beat Davenport 63-41. And Burnett fans, I know if you were watching last week, you remember me telling you that win number 1 was coming. Win number 1 is here. The Bulldogs beat Robinson, a school from up near Waco, 31-13. Back to the highlights, and I have some news that will shock exactly no one. Westlake is still really, really good at football. The Chaps took on Del Valle and found the end zone in a hurry. Less than 2 minutes in, Cade Klubnik hit Keaton Kubeka for 6. On the very next Westlake offensive play, Bryce Chambers hauled in a 29-yard touchdown score. That was his 4th of the season. The Chaps go on to win this one 63-6. Out at House Park, you get a great view of downtown and low football. Bowie took on Austin High, and the Bulldogs were clicking tonight. Connor Kenyon with 2 play-action fakes on the same play before he found his tight end Grayson Forady. 2 hands optional on that one. That drive would lead to a touchdown, and Bowie scored plenty of those this evening. They win big. Final score 59-0. Back to the scoreboard here. We have Bernie, the school from just outside of San Antonio, beat Fredericksburg. The Billies fall 33-17. And LBJ wrapped things up against a good private school from San Antonio. They beat Cornerstone 41-26. On our next scoreboard, we have Gerald couldn't quite keep up with Gonzalez. They fall 25-14. And Smithville gets a narrow victory over Columbus. Final score there, 42-40. Few weeks, KVUE's Darenisha Heron spotlights high school cheer teams all around the area. She recently visited with the team at Westwood High School. These young ladies actually spend hours in the weight room preparing for their first state championship competition in years, and with them through all of it is their support cheerleader, Berkeley Ennie. Berkeley has Down syndrome, but every time she performs, she knows that she has a purpose that this world needs to see.
It's more important the inside, not outside.
She's right about that. You can see that full story right now on our website, KVUE.com. Guys, we have updated you on a few games so far, and we have plenty left to show you. Scores, highlights, our Band of the Week, and our Big Save Play of the Week nominees are all coming up next.
Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. It is now time for me to bring in my friend Tyler Feldman to the show. And Tyler, we've seen Dripping Springs in person a few times this year, and every time we see them, they win.
Yeah, Jeff, the Tigers are one of the few remaining undefeated teams here in Central Texas, and tonight they had a chance to open the season 5-0 for the first time since 2017.
All right, let's see if they would do it. Dripping hosted San Antonio McCullum, and I don't think this was the nice, relaxing Central Texas vacation that McCullum hoped for. Tigers wide receiver Garen Duncan juked one guy, ran past another, then sprinted through a third. Also in the first half, check out this catch. Adjusting in midair, fighting off a defender, and concentrating while his helmet popped off and started rolling around. That was sophomore Kyle Cook, not playing like a sophomore, cooking up something special in the end zone. Tigers win this one 63-21, 5-0, first time since 2017.
Jeff, gotta love it. Let's be like Guy Fieri, though, and head over to Burger Town. Liberty Hill hosting Crockett. Panthers demolishing the Cougars 76-0 last year. Ooh. Much of the same this year. Opening quarter, Joe Pitchford looking like a Mustang. 13-yard touchdown, 7-0 Panthers. Very next drive, third down and 5. Noah long gone. 20-yard score. Liberty Hill rolls once again 62-0. Scoreboard time, Navarro now 4-1 after dropping Giddings 27-18, and the Buffaloes fall to 1-4 in that one. And LaGrange, how about this, getting the win over Lago Vista 50-43. That one was back and forth, crazy finish. And we've got more scores coming in as I speak. Maynard New Tech getting shut out by Bandera 42-0. And Llano is currently in OT against Bollinger. That game currently tied at 28. Wow.
Love those overtime finishes. Why not get some free football while you're out there, right?
Yeah.
Hey, the Rouse Raiders made an hour-long drive out to Bastrop, and they wanted to do everything in their power to make sure that long bus ride home was a happy one. Raiders quarterback Mason Shore was handing out touchdowns like free chips and salsa. That means everybody gets some, but no double dipping. Mason's first score went to Troy Oliver. You're not invited then. His second score went to Jalen Becerra. I told you, no double dipping. Mason knows the rules. Mason, you're invited. Tyler, you're sitting out. Rouse wins 52-0.
What else is new? Let's keep this train rolling. Winless Glen visiting one-win Brenham. Steven Stackhouse connecting with Brandon Ward. Cubs hit one out of the park tonight, 23-7 over the Grizzlies.
Let's go back to the scoreboard. Franklin and Lexington. Lexington had a great season last year, struggling a little bit this year. Franklin wins that one 49-12. Mason, the Punchers, look at you, pitching a shutout 42-0. They get the win over Junction. Hey, another scoreboard coming for you. The Raw. Come on, guys. We were hoping that you would get that one, but Rosebud Lot won that one 54-45. Hyde Park fell to Brentwood Christian. Brentwood Christian playing really well. Private school ranks looking like they might be able to make some noise this year. Good job, Bears. You get the win 58-14.
Let's get back to the lights. How about this sunset in Elgin tonight? Just beautiful. The winless Wildcats hosting one-win Eastview. Patriots 5. Painter at first. That's Thomas Thornburg busting into the end zone from the red zone. And it's 7-0 Eastview. Later, a little misdirection. Grover Moore giving the Patriots more yardage, more energy, and of course, more points. Eastview victorious 47-0. Second biggest shutout in Patriots history.
More highlights. Navarro and Northeast both searching for their first district win, and one team would find it. Kind of like the Raiders found that first half interception. Shortly after that pick, a Northeast jump ball went to the northeast corner of the end zone, and no one is out jumping Nick Hernandez. The Raiders moved to 3-0 on the year. They beat Navarro 30-13. And the Raiders. Yeah, like that. Hey, it's not just the highlights and the Raiders. It's also the bands that get us excited on nights like this. We have heard many great bands throughout the year, but not quite any like this, a special father-daughter dance edition of Band of the Week coming courtesy of the Taylor Ducks.
On day one.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. He's Tyler, I'm Jeff, and down in Wimberley, the Texans had a chance to earn an early signature win and let really all of 4A in the state of Texas know that last year's semifinalists still mean business.
Jeff, that they do. Wimberley hosting undefeated Alamo Heights. Yes, the Mules, a big-time 5A school from down in San Antonio. So here we go. Strap in for this one. The Texans making all Texans proud with their effort tonight, going neck and neck with the undefeated Mules. Here's Cash McCollum, all money on this screen pass. Good chunk of change for Wimberley. Moses Ray on the receiving end. This one scoreless at the half. The Mules take the lead, and Wimberley nearly ties things up at the end, but it's Alamo Heights who holds on. Get this, 7-0.
Oh, low scoring, and the wrong team won there. Let's see if our local guys can win this one. Taylor traveled up even further north to take on Salado. The Ducks season is off to a great start, but tonight things did not go their way. Taylor drops its final non-district game of the season, 59-6. The Ducks have a bye week before a big road showdown with Lampasas on October 8th.
Jeff, private school time. The defending state champs, undefeated Regents hosting St. Michael's. Crusaders fumble on their opening drive. Knights fumble on their ensuing drive, but Drew Dickey somehow recovers and somehow makes his way into the end zone with a touchdown. Yeah, there's a reason that kid's going to Vanderbilt. But back come the Crusaders. Carson Kruger, corner pocket. Joe Moreland, what a catch. He's like, hey, Mom, hook 'em horns. All Knights tonight, though, 49-21.
All Knights and a few free giveaways. Should we do that?
Let's give some free stuff away.
It's that time of the show, guys. I have T-shirts I want to give away. Tyler, you got a picture for me? How can we do this one? Let's get both of us
I'll get in this one for now. All right, here we go. 1, 2, cheese.
Kind of looks like I'm wearing the T-shirt in that picture. I like that one. Guys, I'm going to get Tyler to send that picture to me. I'm going to post it on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and I'm going to pick out 2 people who follow me on that platform and comment on that picture. Remember, it's the one with both of us where it looks like I'm wearing the T-shirt. And I'm just going to pick 2 random people and send you guys free T-shirts.
Yeah, you're such a nice guy.
Yeah. I gave a few of these away at the Game of the Week today, so if you ever see me out at the Game of the Week, chat with me. I might have a free T-shirt for you guys. We'll be right back after this.
I like to tell
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever, and welcome to one of my favorite segments of the week. This time, every single week during the high school football season, we'll get to introduce you to one student who is our Abacus Athlete of the Week.
Absolutely love this part of the show, Jeff. It's our chance to celebrate someone who exemplifies good grades in the classroom, gives back to the community, and contributes to all of the fun we have on Friday nights.
Hey, family, 1, 2, 3. Family!
Grizzlies, good afternoon. Thanks for letting me come out today. I'm Tyler Feldman from KVUE. David Claridge, I'm here to honor you as our Abacus Athlete of the Week. Congratulations, man. Junior right guard, you have a 5.63 GPA. How is that possible? Well, what's the secret to success academically?
Getting your work done, balancing football and school as best as you can.
What's it like playing with all these guys around you? What's the atmosphere like on the Grizzly football team?
So much fun, man. These guys support everything that I do, and we all support each other.
You're very active in your church as well. Why is that important to you?
My faith is probably the most important thing in my life. I want to be a pastor, helping the youth at my church grow their faith.
This is much bigger than a game, and the lessons that you learn from this can be put to when you becoming a great father, a great husband, a great person in community, and David already exemplifies that as a junior.
I'll continue to keep working, really prove that I've earned this through the rest of the season, and just keep up the good work with the help of all these guys.
David Claridge, Abacus Athlete of the Week. Let's hear it, guys. Congrats again, David. If you know anyone who earns good grades, gives back to the community, and contributes to this fun that we like to have here on Fridays, let us know by emailing sports@kvue.com. Someone you know could be our next Abacus Athlete of the Week. All right, guys, we'll be right back with our Play of the Week nominees. Stay with us.
What happens in the city affects me.
KVUE Friday Football Fever Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Each and every week, Tyler, Emily, and I see hundreds of plays on high school football fields. We put our heads together and we pick out 3 of our favorites to show you as our Austin Telco Big Save of the Week nominees. Let's go ahead and show them to you right now. Play number 1 was a one-handed catch, and maybe the catch of the year so far. This is Georgetown's Marquise Dominguez, and that is what will get you on the Big Save of the Week list. Now, if I show your play twice and one time is in slow motion, that means you did something outstanding. Makes me slip over my words, it's so good. Guys, if you're not already calling him Marquise Beckham Jr., please start.
Show it twice, Jeff. That means the play is nice. And yes. I'll take that play and raise you this play. Carson Krueger dropping a dime to Joe Moreland. Heck of a grab. He climbed the ladder. But what I love most, did you see that camera awareness?
Yeah, starting to make it.
He saw the camera. Regents won the game big, though, 49-21, but Joe saw the camera, and we played this play twice.
Oh, in
because it
slow
was
motion?
Nice. Oh,
yes.
Went up for it.
Shout out to the editing team. That's Tyler and Jeff.
Okay.
All right. And last up, how about some defense? Pflugerville's Vonze Young read this play perfectly. Oh, and jumped the route perfectly. When he saw his opportunity, he took it. Now, defensive guys don't always have a chance to touch the ball, so when they do get a hold of it, Tyler, you know what they do?
They score?
They go score. Vonze did that, and great job, young man. Now that you guys have seen all the plays, it's your job to let us know which one you like the most. You do that by going to my Twitter page, @JeffJonesSports, and vote in the poll that I did put up before the show started. Working ahead tonight and working early tomorrow. All your Longhorns news right here on KVUE. See you tomorrow.
On day one, Union Home Mortgage made a promise to make home ownership